position here, standing in for Tundra, and we'll see how he ends up doing with it here in game number 1.
Yeah, I don't think that's the Parker lore people are familiar with right now.
Yeah, there's some other Parker lore that people are more recently familiar with, but you know, we've been covering all the regions, you know, SA Dota for like almost a decade now.
Well, if there's any support to give him a good lane to set him up, I mean, it's Whitemon.
Dude, that's
wouldn't disappoint
legitimately.
Whitemon, would you?
Nah, you. Dude, if you have a bad time standing in on Tundra as like the carry with Whitemon as your support, it ain't Whitemon's fault, man. That's all I'm gonna say. There's no way. He's like widely considered to be probably the best 5 in the game right now.
Seconds to battle.
Who would dare let down Whitemon? You put on your best behavior for him. You'll never. There's no like, oh, forget this team. Like, I'm gonna go find a better team. There's no upgrade from Whitemon. There's no more. There's no. You've reached the peak. There's
Can't go anywhere
place
else.
higher to be.
Yeah.
Battle begins.
Whitemon Chen too, man. Like, what
Okay.
more could you
Well, now we look like fools because
We've
Whitemon's
cursed
about to die.
It's okay. He doesn't even need this. He's like, yeah, it's fine. Well, I go to lane, win it anyways.
Very good
from
ward
Morel,
place there
too.
from Yellow Submarine. Yeah, first blood going to Morel in the mid lane is absolutely massive for the Keeper of the Light. They actually think the ward's on the other side. It's actually a deep ward on the Dire cliff there. So they shouldn't be able to get that D ward. How's it that every time we talk good about a player, they instantly die?
Don't worry, he'll wrap back around. That's okay.
It's the bell curve of Dota.
Well, he did deny the rune for his efforts. So
That's true,
2-1
that's true.
bounties. They lost
Worth.
some gold. So worth.
Denied like 100 gold from the enemy team, gives first blood. I'll take that trade any day.
BZM maybe. He may not be as willing to take that
Yeah,
trade because he's going to
BZM
have
less
to deal with
likely.
the extra. He's having to deal with the extra money and does not have to deal with the does not have dissimilate quite yet. So we can see the blasts already being annoying. Ranged hero versus melee hero being annoying. Down here, 33 taking a little bit of a beating. I think this is part of the reason they grabbed this Wind Ranger, right? It's easier to keep your distance away from the boars. You can dodge the maxes. With that said, Beastmaster still kind of gets what he needs here. He does not get shut down by the Wind Ranger. But if you get hit by too many spells, like you said, Ringmaster can bring a lot of damage. So you do have to be, you got to be a little bit careful.
Radiant's courier has
Yeah,
been
having to
killed.
do every trick in the book, get all that regen he can. It'll get easier as he gets more levels. It might just be a farming fest for now. Even though I do think Tundra will bring the tempo to start, the way their draft is going, that really comes online with a couple items, the level 6s, when you can start dropping Serpent Wards off cooldown, march some creeps in. That's going to take a little bit for now. They'll just be happy to get the farm.
I feel like this lane is going to like be pretty easy for the Wind Ranger. Like we've been seeing this matchup, like Wind Ranger picked into Beastmaster pretty consistently. The axe spam is annoying, but it really comes down to the micro on the boar, and this is something that if there's any player that can like tilt it back in their favor, it's 33. That was as I say that, his boar gets hit by an impalement art and instantly dies. So that's kind of part of it, is you have the impalement arts, which is a great tool, but also the shackle is also a great tool. So you got to be very careful to not hand the boars over to this lane.
Dire structures are fortified.
We see both sides trying to do some creep dragging, keep it in a spot they're happy with. top, actually. Maybe that first blood did hurt them a bit. Because Mars has quite a few denies on a TA. Not often something you see. I guess she also has a lot of denies, to be fair.
My goodness, 33. Really lucked out on that one. Power shot almost killed him. He went for the stick. It was actually just a slightly too late, but did manage to survive on a sliver of health there.
Picked up some raindrops, so that should help mitigate some of that damage. Power shot. One of the highest early nukes in the game. Actually, I guess another one is on the his teammate with the Illuminate.
They have a lot of damage in these lanes. We're seeing the Borscht. That's the thing, right? Like, it's one of the reasons we see the Ringmaster picked up in response to this Beastmaster. I didn't expect it actually to be the position 5, but it makes a lot more sense in the context of you want it to lane directly into the Beastmaster lane.
Be careful where you summons that boar, because it is worth a good amount of money. The more
I've seen 3 die to Ringmaster already.
Yeah, so I feel like just using them to stack might be safer.
Bottom lane, or top lane rather. Oh, hiding behind the tree. What a gamer. Problems is gonna live. Oh my goodness. Whitemon, a little bit of greed. Gets punished for it. Beautifully done there from the Shadow Demon.
We absolutely cast our curse.
Don't say so. No, it's looking pretty great for Yellow Submarine at the moment. Mid lane's going well for BZM. He is at the moment, out CSing the Keeper of the Light, despite that first blood gold, which he did get the counter pick, right? So he kind of knows this lane matchup and felt confident taking it into the Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, he's getting some early help too. That death, the good thing about that death is it's pretty well timed. It's like you make that play and it either works or you die, or it works and you die, but that lets you be here at minute 6, ganking, making sure you get the power rune for the Void Spirit. That's pretty important to their early game. Getting a kill like this.
Super early level 6 for BZM allows him to go for that like aggressive with that Astral Step. Now we'll see if he can continue the chase, and it looks like absolutely double kill at the tier 2 tower, all set up off the back of an early ward placed from Ari.
Yeah, I don't want to copium too hard, but this is why that death top is like not that bad, because you just make sure to show up mid right after, and this is something you'll see high-level teams do on occasion, like when it matters a lot. And I think this is one where you need to help BZM pop off. Like, you don't want him to have a slow start. You want him to be doing really well. And 2 kills is a great way to do well.
Yeah, I'd consider that one pretty good. Invis rune picked up here from Ari, realizing there's no way he's getting that Wisdom Shrine, so he'll just back away. He could have done something really funny and just stand in there and make them go buy a sentry and come all the way back. But it's all right.
I don't know if they know what rune he had, so maybe he didn't want to, like, if you stay out of sight and just give it up, you can maybe surprise them somewhere else. But
yeah,
it doesn't look like they found anything anyways, so yeah, maybe he could have done it for the memes.
I'm surprised. Oh, hold on. Arena looking for the spear back. Missed the God's Rebuke, but he do get the spear. A lot of damage absorbed by the refractions, but here comes the rest of it. The support's gonna be able to add quite a bit. One more disruption, another stack of poison, but he gets the refraction back. He's gonna survive. That God's Rebuke might have made the difference between him living and dying there. Now mid lane, good rotation from Ari here once again, finds Murel. One more Astral Step to actually dodge the Tame the Beast as well, so they get him.
You fail the gank top, you lose the Keeper. We didn't really even talk about the fact that Keeper also wants to hit 6 and then rotate, get some burn charges, get a kill. So he's been killed. Now your support's also being dove mid lane. There's creeps here dying. Things are starting to get out of control. I know it's only 2 to 4, 2K lead up for Tundra, but you counterpick these heroes to slow down the momentum, and it feels like they're actually just speeding up the pace of Tundra with these kills. I guess, okay, they do finally get Parker up top. That is the keeper rotation that just kind of talking about hadn't happened yet. Finally succeeds, but it is at like 8:30.
Yeah, I mean, I'm much happier if I'm Tundra right now. My BZM Void Spirit is absolutely crushing this game. 33 is having a great time on the Beastmaster now with some of these rotations. He's been kind of left alone to farm it up. Now, you do have a Wind Ranger who's having a great game already, but I think when I looked at these lanes, I kind of expected bottom to go much better for Yellow Sub, so if it's not that bad, I think I'm okay with it. And another rotation top. Ends up dropping the arena, trapping 3, but there's not really a lot of damage coming in. Well, I take that back as Wind Ranger DP's in, drops the focus fire, takes down Shadow Shaman. But can they get anything else here with the Keeper of the Light? Doesn't look like it. He does not have his Spirit form. It's just a 1-for-1 trade with a big rotation. 5 from Yellow Sub. He still trade off lane for support.
Yeah, you're going to be overall happy with that on Tundra. It's right in front of Yellow Submarine's base. They're using more ultimates than you, and you still end up with a pretty good trade. So long as you don't lose this safe lane tower. I think if you lose this safe lane tower, that's where Yellow Submarine's like, yeah, okay, you know, it's kind of worth this many rotations. But it's a pretty healthy tower, and they don't even have the best tower-taking heroes, especially without focus fire. So
your creeps are probably, your creeps are probably the more important part. And luckily you have the Coddle who just like nukes the wave instantly. So your creeps do add a lot of damage. They will get, it's denied by White. There he is. There's the wraparound we were talking about. He's finally there. He's so back. They're really trying to find something here. Solar Bind would be necessary. Shackle is going to connect. He's body blocking them up with that potato creep, but looks like it was enough. He's going to be able to get out. And the chase back the other way. Ari gets the Hex, looks for the Shackle. A nice Hypnotize out from that Wheel of Wonder is going to keep BZM at bay, and he did commit the second Astral Step for that. So that Amplify damage doesn't net them anything.
This whole time, though, Beastmaster is farming up a Storm down bot, and he is choosing to go for the Aghanim, so okay, finishing this pretty quickly.
Hey, you know, after everything I said, I was like, oh, it's a pretty good Helm of the Overlord game against heroes like Shadow Demon, and then he's just like, I want to carry. I'm going to carry. Just classic 33s. Like, I'm buying the items that allow me to just instantly kill any hero I want to kill.
I think it does go back to the fact that there are multiple saves on the side of Yellow Submarine, so
yeah,
you do need to, you have to have multiple heroes you can jump and kill them. So if you go Helm of the Overlord, it would, like, it might also be the fact that there's a Mars, so now it's like, oh, I try to run it at him, and it's like, oh, the creeps are getting trapped, they're getting stuck by Impalement Art. You know, it's just not as effective as him deciding, I'll spend the money on Ags and I'll just do it myself. You know, I'll get the job done.
Yeah, with the Helm of the Overlord build, like, he already has this bottom tower for sure. Like, that's the trade-off, is like, he would have killed the tower already. But instead, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to stack and farm. Like, he's got the ability to stack the side camps constantly. He'll be clearing out jungle camps in the triangle eventually as well, unless they want to give him to Parker. But I imagine 33 wants them the moment when he gets his Aghanim Scepter.
There's no way 33 is giving farm to Parker.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. It's a smoke gank here on the bottom side, looking for the Beastmaster. They know he's been here farming. Murel is here on the Coddle. Dude, he's level 10. They scout out the smoke. And that gank is not going to turn into anything. BZM will instead just take your mid tower.
There's a lot of out efficiency going on the side of Tundra.
Dude, it's a 6,000 gold advantage.
Yeah, it looks like it's 4-5. It looks like Yellow Submarine has like made some plays, done their own stuff, but Tundra has just been more efficient about it.
Can we look at stacks? Can we look at the stack numbers? I feel like that's what I want to see, is how many stacks have been made, because that'll really show like some sort of like kind of sign of what has been going on here, because Parker has just been clearing up this ancient camp. Oh my god, 3 to 24.
Tundra is one of the highest stacking teams at any moment. Falcons and Tundra, two of the best teams in the world, are also some of the highest stackers in the world. And that sounds obvious, like, oh, of course the best teams are doing the most of like everything. But like they put time into it as part of their game plan. And really more teams should copy this.
Dude, Whitemon Chen, he's getting so much done around the map, but the fact that he also has that many stacks being made on the Chen while he's doing this just sets up Parker for the freest game of his life. Like the TA's net worth right now, completely amplified by the Chen.
Also his own game, because you see his net worth, right? Like despite the deaths we were memeing on, like a lot of the farm goes to him. Like he stacks and then he farms it, and then he's like, yeah, some of the stacks can go to you. But he grabs a couple himself. That's the value of the Hellbear facet. Everyone's just taking turns farming the stacks, and that's why you see all the cores at the top and then the supports on top of the counterparts.
Yeah, this is going to become very difficult very quickly. We've been talking about it since the draft, the tempo that Tundra is going to bring to this game. You're up 8,000 gold here as we get to the 15-minute mark. You have taken 2 tier 1 towers, which isn't the most, but I very much worry for when this Chen gets like his first big item and what they're going to do. Like they're just going to bulldoze the map.
Yeah, this is the dream for BZM. He finished the Urn, the Kaya, and he's going to get the Shard exactly at 15 minutes. And he's not even the richest on his team.
No.
Crazy.
Dude, he's 1,300 gold behind Parker. Parker has a blink, probably, what, on his way to his Deso? Yeah, okay, he's 100 gold from Desolator. Okay. And there it is.
These timings
so,
are working out very nicely. I think the last thing you're really waiting for is the blink on Beastmaster, because he has his Ags already, and he's only 200 gold away from blink. You'll have Mech on the Chen, and how's the blink on?
Ari's gonna have
bought 2 win laces on his Shadow Shaman.
Wait, did he?
Yeah, must have been a misclick.
Whoopsie. Sorry, he just really wants the extra wind lace. Maybe he's
That's his good luck win lace.
Maybe it's something. Maybe it's a teammates. He's holding on to it for them, you know, or something.
He could be faded out.
This is one of those things where you have like so many heroes that are so farmed. You're like, well, we could go with this item. Well, let's just wait for the next item. Let's wait for the next item. But here we go. Finally, the team fight breaking out. Nice arena, the spears. The damage coming through from Mineral. It should allow them to take down one. And Parker actually just left alone on the high ground, but will do his best to just kind of stand his ground. Does have a meld strike. This pushback from the spear, though, is going to pin him against the wall, and they should get the kill. It's a 2 for 1, but BZM is still very strong, and 33 is just now showing up to the fight as well. That's going to mean Roshan immediately.
BZM and 33 were a little late to the fight because they were killing the carry off screen. So that means they killed TA, they killed a support. They had to use all their ults for it though. So like once the fight's done, 33 and BZM able to show up, pick up some return kills, and go for Roche. Something Beastmasters always want to do once they get their Ags. It's a little later than it used to be just because the item's been nerfed, but this is still a really good timing. 17 minutes. You'll have it for Tormentor. They're ready to go. Yeah, they really should just constantly move together now. No reason to stop. You're so much stronger than Yellow Submarine.
That arena actually was so perfectly placed, and the fact that it trapped one hero, but it also stuck Parker like next to the cliff. He couldn't get around the arena wall, so he was just basically trapped in the arena. But another kill mid lane. Ari, does Ari have blink yet? I knew it was close after the last fight, but he did die. Okay, no, yeah, he doesn't even have it yet, but he will soon. BZM looking for another kill here. Does not want to commit too far. It's a good ward there, scouting some of this out bottom lane. Parker is going to get caught from the arena into the focus fire, but the mech heals coming in from Whitemon might be enough to sustain him through this, and it is. He's forced to just TP out instead. Dude. Okay, Chen. Didn't even have
He's
Hands of God, by the way. That was just the mech and the Divine.
Yeah, this is the value of the Chen. The armor on Divine Favor can also not be underestimated in those kind of attempts, right? That's a lot of the damage is physical there.
Another 2 kills. I mean, this game has fallen apart. It is 18 minutes. 19 minutes. Let's do a little bit of beneficial rounding for yellow sub there. But it's a 14,000 gold advantage. Your tier 2 mid dead in seconds. Your tier 2 bottom about to be dead in a few seconds. And I don't think you can stop them from just running at you. And they're smoked up, really looking for this Wind Ranger. They know she's down there. There's the Hex. They don't even need to hold the Roar quite yet. Problem's gonna go ahead and throw that Disruption to try and keep him alive, but there's the Roar. The Spear does come through, pins down the Beastmaster. They are in deep. There's gonna be the Silence. They managed to take down the carry. Parker's gone. BZM not quite here with this team. Whitemon trying to buy some space for their Beastmaster, which they get the Aegis. The question is, can you get out? Do they want to get out? Okay, they want to keep fighting. Yellow sub
used a lot of their abilities, and the rest of Tundra. This fight didn't go quite so well because they were so scattered, but the rest of them are here now.
Oh, they find BZM. Dude, this Orchid reveal, by the way, is actually owning them. Mirel got the Orchid at the perfect time.
All right, signs of life from Yellow Submarine, because I mean, they're still pretty far behind, 12K, 13K, but Tundra slips up a little bit there, doing a bit too much all at the same time and behind enemy lines. So that was a bit of a deep play. So they get punished for it. What can you get out of this? Can you make it to Tormentor in time to do that? It feels like, yeah, Tundra's already kind of zoning them out from Tormentor, so unfortunately not going to be able to get that, which would have been really nice for either support to pick up. This is the pressure from teams like Tundra. It's like, even after you win a fight, all the lanes are pushed in. You're like, oh, we got to go deal with that. It's hard to get a lot out of the map.
Yeah, like that fight happened behind your tier 2, so you're like, we did it, and you're like, well, kinda. Like, they still get the Tormentor after it. They're still up 16,000 gold. The BKB's almost there for the Beastmaster. And that's where I very much... Okay, it is there. It is done. It is being delivered.
Yeah, part of the reason that last fight didn't work out so well is that there was the Hex. That got disrupted. Then in came the Roar, and then he got Arena Speared. So, like, we saw the multiple layers of saves that we've been talking about come into play there. And now that the BKB is here, now you're starting to remove some of that. It's like, okay, you're going to have to use Disruption and Escape Act to be the saves. And soon I will have tools to deal with that, because I wouldn't be surprised to see him go Nullifier next.
I was going to say Nullifier as well. It's either Nullifier or he just goes like Refresher and just runs around killing people with multiple roars.
I will actually roar both supports at the same time.
I'll do it.
I will truly do this myself. I think they might have seen them smoke right there. The smoke gets shared over. So
Really
Yellow Submarine
nice
should be
Orchid.
on edge. They're positioning pretty good here.
That Orchid to save the Mars there, it's done so much work already. Like, the cast range on Caudle is enormous, so being able to just throw the Orchid onto the Shaman and just get him out of jail is huge for the Mars. Like, losing your Mars there means you don't have Arena Spear for the next fight. I mean, technically he has buyback, but I don't think you're trying to buy back at 20 minutes into the game when you're the same net worth as the Chen almost. You know, that's not a feels good moment.
You don't know my game plans.
It's true.
Begins by making them think I'm tilted. So I buy back for no reason at 20 minutes.
See, that's why
Then
I die in lane
then you type
immediately and
Ed.
buy back. Yes, I'm listening, taking notes.
And then you keep playing.
I see. Okay, so there's going to be a quiz after this game, so make sure everyone took notes here. 33
Could
top
see that from one
side.
of the players.
Oh, he misses the spear! I mean, quick blink as well. You got to give 32 credit for that, but missing the spear is just so unfortunate. You needed that kill. Because while all of this is happening, Tundra cleared out the entire bottom half of the map. And I don't mean like the lanes. Every single jungle camp was gone. So it's why we see this gold lead just continuing to rise so quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot of gold on the map when you're able to access it all, which usually you can't, but I mean, you got a lot of fast farmers and creep heroes who can use creeps to farm somewhere else. Yeah, this is why you're supposed to usually start with God's Rebuke to cancel the blinks. Parker playing a hero who can actually deal with that, though, in refraction.
Uh-oh. Double trap, silence up 3 heroes. Parker jumps in, almost gets the kill, but in goes BZM, trying to dive to the back line. In comes the X. They're going to have the shackle as well. Miro cannot save him. 2 dead. Also off the back of a gem that they just picked up on Tundra as well. I don't know where it went. Oh, he put it on his courier. He must have dropped it in the mid lane. Okay.
Stuff.
They just jump in. Blink Roar, third 33. The most important hero for the high ground defense is gone.
Greatest army for pushing as well. You got the trolls here, you got the damage boost, you got the armor boost, attack speed boost. Death is kicking in.
Yeah, this truly is the dream Chen army for the high ground siege.
I think the only thing better is like 4 trolls, like just all skeletons.
3 trolls and a Thunderhide.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 1 full lane of Rax is gone. Ari almost manages to find the Wind Ranger TPing out, but they'll take their, measly 1 lane of Rax here at 25 minutes and back out as they continue to just catapult the net worth advantage. Yeah, our observer's highlighting that Chen is almost the same net worth now as the Wind Ranger, the 5th on the net worth. Can we just rewind to the 0-minute mark when Whitemon gave
not,
first
that was
blood?
essential. That was essential to the gameplay. It's like, look, step 1, you deny the bounty, even if it costs you your life. It's necessary. Step 2, you dive the tower and then die. It's all in the game plan. He actually wrote it all out before this. That's why he is the GOAT.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this, to be fair, this is kind of like Chen in a nutshell. Like, when you're playing against Chen, you just have to, I think Avery said it best. He's like, you just are playing a Chen game. Like, there is no other way to describe it. Like, Chen completely alters the way that Dota 2 is played. And this is why, right? Like, you suddenly have a support that is higher net worth than your cores.
Part of the reason it works this well, though, and the value of picking Chen later, rather than, because, he's so good at it, it's like, why not just insta-pick Chen all the time? Because there are ways to address it, but not when you pick 2 supports that are weak to it, right? These were the openers, and as much as core players like, oh, I want the last pick, it's super impactful, supports have a lot of impact in how these games will go. So like if you have a Chen trying to farm up early, you pick active heroes who are like, oh, you're in the jungle, we'll kill your carry a lot. Or like, oh, you're trying to dive us with creeps, we're going to teleport in and punish you for this. But you have a Shadow Demon, you have a Ringmaster. They can't really force these plays, and so Chen is then free to like, I'm going to go jungle auras? Like, what are you guys going to do about that? And they're like, nothing.
Like, oh, we're gonna load. Yeah, the rewind.
I'm telling you guys, this is step
all
1.
part of the plan.
This is step 1.
Gosh, thank you so much, production, for that one. And now here he is, all grown up.
Here he is at step 8 or something, whatever part he's at.
He's halfway through his plan. He doesn't have his Aghanim Scepter yet, but he's getting there. Smoked up here on yellow sub. We'll see who they manage to run into. There is a good ward here that will scout the smoke. 33 still gets caught, but instant BKB. They're gonna go ahead and see what they can find. Roar is out. 33 needs a little bit of help. There's the arena. Nice place there from Infernal. Wheel of Wonder, not gonna do a whole lot, but they do manage to hold the Shadow Shaman in place, but he still survives thanks to the Chen heals. Whitemon with the hand of God at the last second to bail him out, and now they looked for more. Up onto the high ground, Ari gets the Hex, looking for the Shackles as well. Murel with the Aeon Disc to give him a moment to run away, but you can't run away from Parker. It's gonna be a double kill. He's got an amp damage as well. Oh my goodness. You're just too far behind. With a little bit more gold, a little bit of less like XP on these Tundra heroes, maybe you get these big kills, but it is so difficult.
It was pretty good from Yellow Submarine too. Like the way they took that fight, the positioning, the saves and the stuns and the interrupts, like they were pretty on point with the spells. There's only so far good execution can take you, and 30,000 gold deficit at 29 minutes is it's not quite enough to overcome that, unfortunately, for Yellow Submarine. So that is a Roche and the banner over to Tundra. They already got the bottom racks earlier, so now you just have to set up top, right? Keep the top 2 lanes pushed in. You can even send some creeps. This is like, at this point, the Chen creeps kind of get killed pretty easily, so you can just park them bottom and keep shoving that lane in if you want. You don't even need to do it since it is already killed. And so yeah, we see the tier 2 down. You can brute force this. A team like Tundra might play it a little slower. You know, they're all about that farm efficiency. It's how they live or die by it, right? Like, we got here by farming a lot, and damn it, I'll throw by farming a lot too if I have to. But more than likely, they'll just wait for a good pickoff and they'll close the game out with that. Once again, the dream pushing army from Whitemon, the Troll, the Hellbear, the Alpha Wolf, and the Wild Wing Ripper.
They honestly might wait for Whitemon's Ags. He's 1,000, or he has it now. It's actually coming on the courier. He's building a BKB after that. That part's a little unnecessary, but the Aghanim Scepter is a pretty enormous, you know, buff to your high ground push.
Well, the Ags doesn't work on himself, you know, so he's gonna get stunned.
He's like got a BKB then ult.
He's just giving it back to the cores, you know, like he's Chen. He's always like, guys, I want to go. I'm ready to go. And they're like, well, I gotta finish my Ags. I gotta finish. And now they're like, hey, Whitemon, we got ages. Let's go. It's like, I don't know. I gotta finish my Ags. I gotta finish my BKB. How about you guys wait for that? Like, oh, I see what it's like now. I see.
All carry players getting a taste of their own medicine. Parker is going to quickly take the top Tormentor here immediately. Chen army, just a little bit of emotional support, really. It's just the TA taking that. Whitemon gets rewarded with the Shard, of course. The rich get richer. That's how it always goes, it seems. Now he has a Golem. Makes that high ground push even better.
You mentioned you were like maybe the other army is 3 trolls and Thunderhide. Now he can do it. Now the Ags is cool. It's not one we get to see very often, so just to talk about it a little bit. You channel Hand of God, and then everyone in the aura gets the debuff immunity effect, except yourself. Funny enough. So that's the counters that you can be stunned. But it's cool this game because one, Shadow Shaman wants to lock people down, but he keeps getting stunned. So now, as long as he's doing it in that aura, can't be interrupted in that shackle. You have to use a save for it. Arena comes down. You can just walk up close, channel, and everyone can now walk through Arena, which is it's like a gateway, which is kind of funny. Also keeps the creeps alive, and it's also very good versus Illuminate spam, which has been killing the creeps, delaying the push. Now you've got Banner and this Hand of God immunity. Which Catapult is a great time to go. Let's see if they force it here. They needed to put the banner down, so maybe not.
They are probably going to save the banner for the last lane of racks. They have the Nullifier now on Parker, so like a Blink Roar onto Murel with the Nullifier is probably just a death sentence. They will clean up the Serpent Wards. That helped give some good vision and some power to take the racks. Jump in, BZM looking to pop the Aeon Disc. He gets it. They tried to keep it from popping thanks to that box, but it just wasn't quick enough. So no Aeon Disc now available for the Coddle.
I mean, why not just repeat top?
Yeah, you can. You have the banner
still on Aegis. Still got the banner, like you said. We'll see if they use it here. Or maybe this is actually step 10 in Whitemon's game plan. It's just don't use banner. It's a bait. It's like simply hold the banner for good luck.
Jump in, Nullifier looking for the kill. The Coddle is dead. We talked about it, no Aeon Disc available. In goes for the arena, but gets silenced by Parker. Forced to pop the BKB, 33, falling low. Can they kill him with that damage? A great Wheel of Wonder is gonna hold them all at bay. It keeps Whitemon down, but can they get Parker? The Aegis gonna be expired. So far, double buyback to take down the Aegis as well as 33. TA would be huge. In some trouble. Can they bail him out? Turns around with the Nullifier into the Force Staff away. He's going to be okay. Spear back. BZM dissimulates outside of the base. So a good hold right now from Yellow Sub. We'll see if they can get more, but you do need to be careful. Parker eyeballing them, going back in. The Nullifier's there, but a really nice disruption will give him some time, but he's still dead so quickly. And now a Hex from Ari, another Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards. Unfortunately, Escape Back's gonna get him out of this one, but you've lost some big heroes. Parker looking again to try and take down the TA, gets that Nullifier, gets that Harpoon, pulls him back, but 3 more buybacks out of Yellow Sub.
This is all of them.
Might put a stop to this push, but the economic damage is overwhelming.
50k gold lead just about at 35 minutes. I think this is one of the biggest gold leads I've seen at this point. You get all the buybacks out of Yellow Submarine. At this point, any kill will just close out the game. You just wait for Beastmaster, because why not?
Yeah.
But once you have that, any kill will close out the game. And we kind of see at that final fight, it was a little deep, which is why Yellow Submarine was sort of able to, air quote, win the fight, is because they go for the dive on the Coddle. At the same time, the roar happens on the Shadow Demon.
The scan. I'm shocked. I thought Beastmaster would TP to the enemy outpost because they're looking for some sort of fight. They jump in, Nullifier, look for the Shadow Demon, gets the disruption. Parker's in with his BKB, trying to get the kill there onto the Wind Ranger, but can't do it. And now Parker might need some help, but Hand of God, never mind, channeling them back to full HP. And BZM, well, he's got his eyes on the prize, takes down the Ringmaster. Infernal in trouble. The silence holding BZM down for a moment, but he's gonna live, and here he is, the Beastmaster. The roar forces the disruption, and Murel's gonna need some help. No Nullifier to save, or no Aeon Disc to save him as the Nullifier comes out, and there is the GG. Tundra just brute force their way through this game. An absolute insane performance.
A lot of farming going on there. I feel like this is a crazy first blood, maybe even the second blood, you know, like stick around with another smoke. I don't know. You got to do something wacky here to find some footing, because last game, they didn't really get to play Dota. I feel like they were just a bit behind for the first few minutes, and it's like, oh, we'll figure it out later. Oh, we're already like 10k down. Oh, you know, it's not very fun.
A little bit of packet loss potentially is pause for a moment, but yeah, I agree. It's, you can't fall that far behind. You can't get out efficiency'd that much. If it happens again, then maybe this is just Tundra's read against the team. Maybe they've studied Yellow Submarine and are just like, we know that we can be more efficient on the map because we have more experience. We know how to play these certain lineups better. This team, or this lineup, to me, it doesn't seem like it has as much potential to do that. Like, Ursa is not a Templar assassin who can clear 10 stacks in the first 10 minutes of the game, you know? That's not going to happen. Your Tidehunter could, and that is something 33 will probably opt to do, is to try and play for his own stacks and his safer farm. I'm a little bit curious on what his item build is going to be, if he wants to pick up something like a Vlad's earlier, if he wants to just like go for some auras here, like an earlier pipe or a blink dagger, the Aghanim scepter. Like, there's a lot of things you can do on the Tidehunter.
Yeah, I think there will be less stacking this time around because, like you said, there's less heroes who can do it. I imagine you put a little bit more pressure on the lane as a result, but you resume stacking. Like, you just push it off a few minutes because you do need the Battle Fury on Ursa as opposed to the Psyblades on TA. But mid and off lane can still clear them. No supports can clear them is one of the big differences, because last time Chen was just like jungling while multi-stacking. So there should be a drop from him, but everyone else will be kind of the same.
Still experiencing a little bit of packet loss, but it is okay. We'll be underway in a moment. Centaur has the Helm of the Dominator queued up first. Which is a little bit of an old school build for that, but I mean, old school as in like 6 months ago, but I don't know if we've really been seeing Helm Dom Centaur as much as we used to. To me, that means that they definitely plan to not be laning the Earth Spirit with him. Like, they are very much intending to be rotating with the Earth Spirit.
Centaur's one of the few heroes who are still doing the Helm of the Dominator build to some like degree. I think you can sometimes do other builds, but I think it's like the default and you pivot. Just because like Stampede, he's like a pseudo global hero, right? Where it's not like Dawnbreaker Underlord, but like you Stampede from afar, and otherwise you use this Helm of the Dominator, you farm up yourself, you drag creeps around, and you just kind of like soak the top half of the map. Kind of popularized by the opponent 33, right? He's kind of the guy who really showcased what this Helm Dom can do, and everyone started imitating it. And Centaur still can and doesn't have a better alternative build.
30 seconds to battle.
All right, well, both teams smoked up. We're going to see that pop as Brahms on the Earth Spirit just kind of scouting some things out here. Again, I really want to see him stick bottom to look for a first blood with the Slark, because it is the fact that Slark gets Essence Shift as his innate makes him a lot stronger at level 1 than he used to be. Like, he was kind of like a nobody hero. There's the Avalanche, allows 33 to just walk in and take that rune. But yeah, Earth Spirit's just gonna head to the top lane, so
3 for 1. This is what he was hoping would happen last time for White Mind.
Yeah.
Didn't have to die this time. This is a different 10-step plan.
A different hero, right? Yeah, makes sense.
Of course, yeah. Gotta have a plan for every hero you play.
Ooh, that's a nice deny from Muriel there. That's definitely not supposed to happen against the Void Spirit.
Dire's top tower.
This first lane is always, or the first wave is always very strong for the Void Spirit, typically. Whitemon, hold up. Is he? Okay, no, he's gonna live. He's gonna live. I was gonna say, maybe we are on the same Tepsten plan. Like, it's hard to say. I mean, to be fair, very tanky heroes here that he's laning up against. He is going to be burning problems here quite a bit. Goes for the boulder kick. He lives on a sliver of HP. And Problems gives first blood to Parker instead. Oh my goodness.
Small Camp did get blocked. They do deward it. And you're kind of getting equilibrium as a result of this. But losing first blood for that is a bit painful, especially because Ursa's already good versus
the Centaur, yeah.
And now you're gonna have the boots out nice and early. And Centaur doesn't want to get boots. It's usually the way you address Ursa early is you get boots fast, but Centaur can't do that with this.
He's got too many legs. That's why. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, 2 boots just isn't worth it.
Yeah, it's just not. It doesn't work quite well. Instead, Parker rushes boots instead. So, yeah, that first blood is going to make this lane a lot more difficult. Now, they do have the lane, you know, like you said, pushing in a good position here. So, Centaur will get some free XP under the tower. He's not going to be too stressed about that.
Whitemon, though, doing some half pulls, denying the most valuable creeps. So it will be a good top lane from here. I think we'll have to see, like, Puck rotate. Puck is currently struggling a little bit versus the Void Spirit, which isn't too surprising. And before he can get help, I feel like Tundra's heroes are going to be first to rotate because they've typically been a little bit better about this.
Yeah. Puck almost dead. One more. Oh my goodness. Mid auto attack animation gets the jaunt away, but has to TP all the way back to the base. That is a painful loss because not only are you forced to TP, but you miss like 2/3 of a creep wave. And then it's just more free CS for the Void Spirit, who is now doubling him up.
Yeah, this is this matchup can go either way. It really comes down to the players, and BZM very experienced. They do actually kill the Ursa, so hold up. Maybe they got something going. Bottom.
He was way too far forward. Whitemon was pulling, and the Ursa was at the tower, just gets rolled onto.
How could he do that to Whitemon?
Yeah, burst down.
Stealing stats.
You need to be very careful against the Slark. Like, if he gets a saltwater shiv on you, you have to make sure that you back away and you do not let him get a refresh on the stack. Mid lane, BZM falling low. The orb actually off the mark. So he will survive. Whitemon actually TPing in as well, just to make sure he gets a little bit of space, but no water rune for him, so he's going to have to walk back to base. Whitemon's super happy mid lane, like, oh no, I guess I'll just sit mid if I have to.
He actually had the TP, could have come sooner, but he's just like, oh no, I was busy, sorry. Nah, it's okay. Void Spirit had enough of a lead that even though he had to back here, I think it'll be fine. He'll still hit 6 at a very early timing. That was very necessary for Puck's recovery, though, because Centaur having a rough time top, or was, I guess, with that kill, he bounced back a little bit himself, but I would still expect it to, slip back towards the Ursa. So the plays are going to have to come from Puck, which is often the case at the pro level. It's the mid lanes that need to get active first. So you can't have Puck super far behind the Void Spirit.
Ari has really been sacrificing his game here to try and give space to 33 in the lane. He's just now hitting level 2.
I guess he wasn't really going to do anything with it, right? Puck is not a hero you can gank mid easily with just boots. Even if you had like level 2, Avalanche Toss is not something that really works there. Yeah. So just commits to the creep drag, get tied what he needs. Does have it now, which is just in time for the 6-minute rune. You heard it here first. Level 2 at 6 minutes is perfectly okay, supports. Ooh, toss back.
Into the Remnant. BZM still gets the regen. Okay, apparently it was perfectly timed. All he needed, level 2. And that regen's going to do wonders for BZM in mid. He can play really aggressive, especially once he has his level 6 here. And spend those astral steps.
I think that literally doesn't work on the level 2 Avalanche Toss. He needed all the crowd control time. And going back to like 7.4 patch changes, that's why the tiny support came back, is because before you had to like throw Avalanche and Toss at the same time if you really wanted it to work, but now you can easily do one then the other to max the stun time. And that bought enough time for Void Spirit to get the regen.
All right, they want to play aggressive for this Wisdom Shrine. They know Parker can go toe-to-toe with Infernal. You have the Phoenix here as well. Now, they are going to TP the Puck. Looking for the opening. Has the coil. Will drop it onto the 2. There's going to be a silence as well. Parker snaps the coil. In comes the Sun Ray. And with this, they're plenty healthy. They'll be just fine. They do end up trading the Shrines. Ari stole it, as well as the Earth Spirit on the other side. So first coil doesn't actually net them much of anything. It at least protects their own Wisdom Shrine. Or actually, no, it didn't. They still lost it.
Yeah, funny enough, Tiny still got it, and then Earth Spirit on the other side. I'm pretty sure he probably kicks Tide out of there. Yeah. So he was able to secure it himself. So well done from Problems. Like you said, the downside's kind of like, oh, no coil kill for the rotation, which means Void got the farm at that time, and now he's here making a rotation, trying to punish this Centaur.
It's going to be a lot of damage. He's dead to the next Astral for sure, and continuing to chase Problems here. The Urn online here as he keeps getting stacks. There's going to be another toss, another Urn in a couple of seconds, and BZM cleans it up with one more. Now, Muriel does take down Whitemon on the backside, but a triple kill for the Void Spirit here, who's already having an amazing game.
Yeah, you want to finish the urn, and then you're like, I hope I can find a kill to get a charge. And 3 is more than you could ask for, so you're going to be very happy with that.
If they
4 kills? No,
okay,
no,
now
it's a little
just
too
a little
hard.
bit, just enough HP, and he's gonna find a haste rune in the bottom lane. Gives a little bit of a bottle charge to Ari there. Thank you, sir, for your assistance.
I mean, they know Puck's low. They might try round 2 if they can see him.
Okay, Slark is not going the max saltwater ship. I wasn't sure if he was gonna buy like early boots and like an Orb of Frost or something.
Slamma.
Like I just was curious like what type of like Slark he wanted to play. It looks like he's going for just the max dark pack to try and just farm with, but 33 is gonna just free farm on the Tide now.
Is under attack.
Still looking
right.
topside. They've got that haste rune bottled and ready to go, but they just never quite found an opportunity. Yellow Submarine is playing careful here, which they're behind. Kind of once again, we see like an early gold lead built off of farming and objectives more than the kills. It's better than last game. We'll see if that's about to change though as they go for another kill.
Puck, I think, is dead. He's got this haste and an
through.
astral step. Ooh, the coil at the last second will bail him out.
Warlock
Power
heal
rune
definitely
spawns
paying
top.
off there.
Yeah, very nicely done there from Problems. Stampede will get Infernal out of danger topside as Whitemon was trying to finish him off there with
Really
Phoenix.
just a white moth?
Nice play there from Problems. Uses that Invis rune, sets up kill there onto the Phoenix. Hands that one over to the Puck. Again, though, it's similar to last game where the kill score is pretty even, but we're still seeing a sizable net worth advantage being built on Tundra. It's not as much as last game by any means, but this is something they need to be aware of.
Are we able to see stacks for reference again? I'd be kind of curious to see how it compares.
Oh, we missed the Astral Step.
Oops.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of an oops there.
Like, you can't land them all. You gotta miss a couple here and there. Ooh,
Yeah.
way less stacking than last time. Kind of expected, but actually still, I thought they would sneak in a couple more here and there. I think some of the difference, though, that is leading to this gold is that Tide Hunter has been holding his own bottom and then farming his jungle. On this top side, Centaur's obviously losing, and then they're stealing the triangle away. So you're building a gold difference that way, rather than like, oh, we're all farming our own half of the map, but we're way better about stacking, so we're getting more gold that way. This time, you just don't have as much farm as we do because we're stealing it from you.
Yeah, Parker is towering over the Slark right now in terms of net worth.
Really that much of a difference? Slark can't be that far.
He's got a Battle Fury coming in just a moment. Mid lane. Silence does connect onto the Tiny. The Avalanche, the toss back, but the kill will still go the way of Yellow Submarine. A little bit too far in there from Ari, but a good rotation in from the Slark. Exact same timing as the current record for the Battle Fury. That is quite funny.
Could have been faster by 1 second. He's flashback, like, oh, that one CS I missed. No!
The one death he had, that's what it was.
That too. Could have been a record setter. All right, smoke up. They haven't used the Golem yet. We kind of mentioned where when you get kills, you get the Golem out. Like, that's the ideal game plan. It's 13 minutes. I'm not crazy, right? We haven't seen a Golem. I think it was the first one.
We have not at all. That is going to be it right there. Drop to the top side, and with this, looking to jump to the low ground. Parker can dodge it out for now, but here comes the Stampede. He's got himself a Lotus, tried his best here to dodge this, but cannot do so. Muriel will get the kill. At least pulls them away from the tower, and they actually take down the Warlock in the process. Now in comes the Phoenix Egg. That gets cleaned up. Whitemon, gonna regret that one a little bit. But they're not gonna get the tower off this Golem.
And actually, it looks like BZM turns back around to get his brother, Earth Spirit, taken down. Usually, during all these, when like it's 4-on-4, you're hoping like, okay, the guy left alone is getting a lot of farm, right? Because no attention's going to him. But Tide is actually out farming the Slark in typical 33 fashion.
The build is so funny, dude. First item, boots of bearing.
Efficient.
It's like the only thing that counters Slark is just like not being near Slark. And so he just has built Boots of Bearing and now another Windlace. This Tidehunter has 415. He has the Kobold Cup as well. So his whole idea here is like, oh, if the Slark goes on me, I can just run away from him. No big deal. Which
fastest watermelon in the West.
He would be correct. Which it leads me back to where my initial thought was, I think you needed to slow the Tidehunter down, for lack of a better word, earlier. Oh, very good coil there. Stops the Void Spirit from jumping in. Now, that being said, a huge Fatal Bond's doing some work, but there's the Ravage from 33. Magnetize as well onto everybody. The toss in, doing well, but it's keeping that Magnetize going. In comes the Slark. He got that eye on 33, but it is a fast boy. Can you actually get him to blubber? Dispels the Magnetize, but there it is. The Diffusal inhibit finally will punish him. 2 dead mid as Yellow Submarine bring all of the heroes.
The trade-off of being so fast on the Tide is that you don't have the usual tanky items, so a bit of an overcommitment going in mid like that without their Ursa, because Slark was willing to join with the Diffusal. Ursa still kind of farming up. Maybe didn't need to force it that hard. And I also think it looked like BZM was waiting the coil out and then accidentally broke it at the last second.
Yeah.
I think without that happening, he wouldn't have taken as much damage and could have participated more. So maybe a little bit of a slip up from Tundra.
Also, just the classic combination of Fatal Bond's Magnetize, right? This is an extremely high damage support combo. Always got to be aware of that one.
We do see Na'Vi make use of that combo themselves quite often.
Oh, mid lane. Coil, the kickback into the silence. There's the Golem. And then we'll go ahead and push this tower. Now, this is what we like to see with Warlock. We mentioned it earlier. Kill into tower, kill into tower, kill into tower, right? Like, you want to be able to push these down as fast as possible. Bottom lane, 33 in pretty deep. The pounce is going to connect, and Slark will chew right through him. On the other side, Parker and Ari do manage to find an opening, but there's the Stampede, and Parker needs to escape. Should be able to. No, the pounce at the very last second. I even heard the TP animation complete. Oh no, that's a big loss for Tundra, and Ari not going to make it out of here as well, as it's only a matter of time before the Slark closes the gap, jumps right over the Avalanche, and he gets himself another kill. The Slark is feasting.
Hey, Bottega making it work. It's been a little slow from him down here. He's trying to outfarm the Tide. It wasn't quite working, but he's getting involved with the Diffusal, and we talked about why he was good versus these other heroes, right? The Dark Pact, the stat stealing, and he just hadn't been able to put it to use quite yet. But now he's got a couple items. He's ready to start getting a little bit more involved, and kind of needs to, because they were behind for a bit here, but they finally equalized the gold lead. This is the best they've been doing so far. Yeah, what is that? Oh, literally the last fraction.
It was like lower than 0.1 seconds. It was done. Unbelievable timing there. Netting the kill onto Parker. Sure, he's really excited about that one. And now, you know, he was 1,300 gold ahead of the Slark earlier in the game. He's dead even now. The Slark has caught back up, despite you being the Battle Fury carry, you know, farming. The Slark has closed the gap completely, and now they will find BZM on the Void Spirit, the 2 silences and the coil to line him up. Parker's just going to jump right in, try and take down one, and gets it. We'll have a return kill. Nice use of that Blink Dagger reveal there. Miro continuing to apply pressure of his own, but Parker's gonna be just fine. So Slark will go for the Aghanim Scepter, which, you know, pretty standard build, going for the BKB after that.
The mobility will be very good this game.
Yeah.
Void Spirit is doing the Ags this time around. I think the silence, once again, still good. Like, it makes sense to me. Earth Spirit, Puck, you know, you don't want Warlock being able to drop the spells in the back, even being able to prevent, like, Stampede from Centaur. And then this Slark. All right, the reason he's going to be so hard to kill is because he can dispel things, he can pounce, he can dark pack. The more you can remove that, the better. And he only has so many dark packs. So you're going to force him to use his abilities close together or chain stun him.
They got him.
Yeah.
This is what we were talking about. The Tiny, one of those heroes that can actually kill you. Mid lane. They actually forced the Ravage out of 33. I don't know. Okay, it was problems with the Euls. That was the most perfect Euls. Yeah, they try to get the Phoenix with the silence, but they will be forced to just kill the egg anyway. It does keep them around long enough. We'll see if they can chase this. There's a Stampede. Never mind. It's a chase back the other way as they look for Ari instead. The Centaur Stomp into almost a second Centaur Stomp. Oh, he wants that courier. What's on it? Do we know? I think it's just empty.
Just loves getting couriers.
Huge plays from Yellow Submarine back to back. They lost the Slark bottom from the, you know, the tiny Avatos into the double Astral Step, but
I guess they didn't have teleports because when Whitemon responded to the Tide Ravage with the egg and all that, I thought it was like, oh, the rest of the team's gonna show up. But they actually just killed him and then started backing before everyone else got there. So I wonder if there was a miscommunication there, some teleport not quite available. That means Yellow Submarine will pick up the Tormentor. Against most other teams, you'd be building a gold lead here, but Tundra is still remaining to be efficient even as they start losing some of these fights. So
you actually need like the whole team for this. They're such a bad Tormentor team. Like they don't have a hero with like innate minus armor or stacking ramping damage, so a little bit difficult for them, but they do manage to get it. In mid lane, they still find the Phoenix. And Mural's not done. Gets the coil here, does snap it on the Tiny, and he will finish the job. Mural on the puck is getting it done. And I think this is the first time in the series that Yellow Submarine has held the net worth advantage.
See how much they can actually grow it to. That's usually the hard part about playing versus Tundra. But I gotta say, they really just need to reset and realign. I feel like Tundra was doing really well early. They tried to go mid together. They mess up that fight. And ever since then, I feel like they are staggering one by one into Yellow Submarine, who have been grouping up a lot. It's why they're winning all these fights. It's also why Tundra's able to maintain farm despite that. But you would grow the gold lead if you didn't feed the kills. So they really need to pick one. Like either go together and fight or split and avoid the way they were kind of doing game one. I don't know what happened to them here in game two, but
I think it might just be Yellow Submarine feeling a lot more confident. We're seeing them again here in the mid lane. Look for 33. The coil's gonna get snapped. There's the blink reveal, but immediately blubbered off. They pop the Stampede. They drop the golem. 33 is gonna be forced to Ravage, but Bottega, he wants the chase. The toss ends up throwing Morel in. He was trying to save his Tide, but he can't actually do it. And now, with Tide Hunter dead, everything spent. They dive for more. It's a double kill for the Slark, and now BZM goes in. This is the Ags reveal. Parker's there as well. They get the puck. The silence will catch the Slark, but it's not enough. He's able to get away from now. They take down the egg. Whitemon, a super aggressive egg, and now trying to make his way back to the base is Parker, but he's not going to be able to just chase down the Slark's got an ultra kill. He's going to continue to just rampage through this team.
that's what that starts as, again, I think it's like 5-on-1 on the Tide. The Tiny comes in. It's momentarily a 5-on-2. Heroes start to die. It's like, okay, cut the losses. Then they go in. And they do find a kill, but again, it's like 3 versus 5, 3 versus 4, 2 versus 4. Like, Tundra always is outnumbered. They need to respond faster or not respond at all. Otherwise, they're going to keep falling behind in these fights. Slark is not a hero you want to take an extended fight against when he has been in the fight the whole time and you have not, because he has built up a bunch of stacks at that point. I think at the end of that fight, he had like 25 bonus stacks. It's too late to fight him at that point, right? Like, you need to start the fight at like 0 stacks, and then you can kill him.
We didn't really highlight it, but off the Tormentor, the Shard did go to the Earth Spirit. So you have a really good save utility now from the Geomagnetic Grip, right? This decreases the cooldown massively when used on allies, but it also makes it faster and longer range. So killing heroes on Yellow Sub is not going to be as easy. Haystrewn there, balled up from BZM. Dude, Neurel actually has his Parasma done. A huge damage boost on this hero, and Bottega is on his way to his BKB. Gotta give credit to Tundra. They are still holding the 2 top net worth positions despite everything that's going on. It's the support net worth that is kind of a reverse of last game, right? Like, this is what we were seeing out of Tundra's supports.
Yeah, this really is, well, it's a much better showing from Yellow Submarine as well. I like that. You mentioned playing with a bit more confidence, kind of like this. We've seen problems just roll in, start so many fights, follow up from whatever course nearby. It's often been Morel, sometimes it's the Centaur, sometimes it's the Slark. Many times it's been all 3 because they've been grouping up and still somehow finding so many kills. 23 to 10 now. What's Slark at permanent agility wise? 8. It's pretty good.
Not bad.
It's nearly
I do like
1,000 gold.
Yeah, I'd say I do like that 33 is going the Aghanim Scepter. I think they need a little bit more just kind of slow and damage amp on their team, right? Like, the Ravage is good, but they have a couple heroes that are pretty great at avoiding it or kind of not caring about it. So I do think the Aghanim Scepter offers a lot this game.
I think if they hadn't fallen behind, he could have gone for a different build, but I think now that things have gotten real chaotic, Ag will have the extra value of safe wave clear to slow things down.
Oh, he also has the neutral item to pair with it, so a little bit more wave clear from that.
Smoke looking for Ursa.
He's got his Basher now with his BKB. Level 19. Parker is still very strong this game.
Tundra's actually together here. This fight might go a lot better.
This would be a really good smoke. Okay, see if they can find their opening. You are playing into the saves from the Earth Spirit, but also Warlock Golem and Stampede. They do have a ward. If this pops, they will have vision from Ari. They see... Oh, they don't go for it. They're just going to go for Roshan instead. Okay, if Tundra gets this Rosh uncontested, I will be shocked.
There's no way, right? It's an Ursa team. Someone's got to check. It's going to die.
Infernal's sending his summon there, but it's too late. The Ursa's got it. Aegis into the hands of the Ursa. The roll doesn't quite connect. He managed to get out, but Tega's just going to jump in, commits both pounces, gets tossed in super deep. There's going to be the stomp from the Centaur. Fight's happening in 2 spots. He gets the Warlock Golem out, but there's the Ravage clipping 4 heroes, but Bottega just chasing, trying to find Ari. He's still alive despite everything, and now the Sun Ray will come through. It will finally be the death on him. Parker is in really deep and needs a little bit of help here. Will he get it? Forced to BKB. Does have a TP available, but instead will just turn around, try and stack up some damage here into the Slark. The Gush will push them back far enough, but it's a favored fight for Yellow Submarine. They get 2 for 1. They might get Parker. No, okay. Gets the TP out at the last second. And Slark has a gem now. They're just going to chase him.
Yeah, he better not stay too long. He didn't go top side.
Yeah, he knows he's under a ward now.
That was a sneaky play from Tundra because they smoke up, they saw Slark bottom. The thing is, if you force that fight, Slark will TP in and join. But if you just sneak Roche, that might give enough of a delay that Yellow Submarine's like, then maybe they're making a play, maybe they're like, what's going on? And you get away with the Roche, which is what happened. The ensuing fight was, once again, a little scattered, but overall a step up from before.
Void Spirit in trouble, gets the silence, a second Astral Step away. Remnant is there, but he needs help and fast. The Slark is doing a lot of work. Toss doesn't quite work. There's going to be the Avalanche, but they still get the kill. BZM hits the deck. As the Slark is not done, he wants more. And a pounce in 1 second. Problems connects on the stun, kicks the Tiny to the low ground. They've got him. Now, can he get the rollout? Now, Problems will sacrifice himself for that kill.
Yellow Submarine cannot build a gold lead, though. They've been in control for the last, like, 20 minutes. They're struggling to build the gold lead, but they are taking objectives. They are winning fights.
It's going to get easier, though, because I do feel like Mirel is starting to really... This is where Puck kind of hits their stride. Like, this is... It's going to be very hard to slow down this hero's farm, this, point onward, and we'll start to do a lot more damage.
Ags? Okay, Centaur's working on Ags. It is becoming increasingly difficult to get kills.
Yeah.
Not only is Puck already a very slippery hero, you've got Slark with the Shadow Dance. I hope to see him build a shard at some point to help his teammates. You're going to have the Cart. You've got Golem to interrupt. And then you've got this Earth Spirit who's got Blink Yules, building that Aether Lens. You're going to be able to pull people miles away. It's going to be tough to deliver the damage on the side of Tundra, especially the way they've been playing, which is a little bit on different pages, right? Like, if you all go together, you can burst someone. But if the last 20 minutes are anything to go by, it's going to be one at a time, and that is not going to cut it.
Well, they're going to get themselves another Tormentor. Again, not the fastest Tormentor team, but they will get it with all of the help. Right? They're going to get it eventually
With all the help.
Someone's pinging it like Mirel, we need you.
Morale. Stop farming.
All right, this one goes to the Warlock. Not the best shard. You would have definitely have preferred it to go to like Centaur, but it is all right. We'll see another smoke up attempt here from Tundra, looking to get aggressive in the triangle. They see the Slark. Avalanche. The toss. No, it hits the wrong hero. Okay. It doesn't matter. You burst them down. You get the kill. Ari credited with that one. The crash landing damage. Enormous. And that is always the threat of like what can happen this game if you're Slark, right? Yes, you are good in the elongated fights, but if they find you first, the burst damage is definitely there.
Tundra immediately sweeping through Yellow Submarine's half of the map, stealing all the gold. Seeing if they can find anything else, which maybe the Earth Spirit if he sticks around too long, but he's pretty far back in the trees.
They were seeing if he was going to, like, make a play through that area of the map. I don't think he can see him. Problems is, like, stuck between 3 trees. There's only one path into there.
Oh, what if the courier flies over him?
It might. Doesn't matter.
Oh, he walked out?
Anyway.
Okay, they're going to know he's there now, I think. But whether you want to,
he'll cut the wave and be safe. He's got, like, Blink Yules. Like, this Earth Spirit's not an easy hero to find.
Oh, didn't finish the wave.
He did not cut the wave fully. Dead in the Water is available.
Oh, missed.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get it.
Problems causing some problems.
So 33 shard is very good this game. You're against like Puck, Earth Spirit, like Centaur. Like Centaur, like the Stampede obviously overrides it, but these are heroes that like really do not like to get caught by that. Slark can kind of turn and kill it somewhat quickly, but
Smoke Smoking in. Everyone's together.
This game is dead even, man. If Tundra find the opening again off the back of this Tiny, which they see Mirel, there's going to be the Avalanche. He doesn't quite get the toss in time. BZM instead looks for the backside. He gets Warlock. There's the opener. They take him out immediately. Now the question is, can he get Parker out of here? He got kicked into no man's land. Does have the pipe coming through. Big coil from Mirel onto 3, trying to finish off the Phoenix before he can get healed, but he's going to be just fine. The Golem comes out. Silence here onto the puck. BZM doing his best to try and find an opening. The egg plays so aggressively. They will just BKB on the Slark and finish it off. Infernal in some trouble. Finished up there by Parker, and Ari will die as well. So it ends up being a 2-for-2 with after the buyback of the Warlock. But Tundra, a little bit of a sloppier fight from them. But good responses from Yellow Submarine, and the buyback paying off, definitely.
It's good buyback because they're so close to the base. They almost got Puck at the start. They were just a little bit off on the... I can't blame him because you really do need to maximize the amount of stun you have on Puck to kill him, but ends up whiffing the toss a little bit there. Doesn't get it off in time, so...
He was just on a fog, too. Like, he knew where the puck was through the Avalanche, but he had to get around a tree to not be in fog of war, which is always difficult. And BZM wasn't close enough to get the silence.
Ooh, Shadow Blade for Slark. These last couple of fights have been Tundra starting things off, and it's been their turn to be in a bit more control of these fights, but Slark, Natural Vision Hero, has the gem, and now Invis. Perhaps it's his turn to do some scouting, get the right pickoffs. Which for his team, if they can take out Tiny, the Avalanche tosses have been the main problem. Finding Tiny could be an easy way to just solve the control issue. Void Spirit's not bad. I haven't felt as much impact from the Phoenix this game. I guess we kind of expected it, right? They have so many tools to get away from the egg. It's not the typical threat it usually is. I feel you can ignore him. I mean, not like totally, you know, but just like pick another target first.
I'm kind of surprised Whitemon's like dove so aggressively with the egg this game. So the Slark can just BKB and kill it. Like Puck obviously has decent attack. You have like a Warlock support. Like there are easy ways for them to actually get to the egg, but it is also making a lot of space in the fight, allowed them to kill the Centaur, right? So like there's been trade-offs with it. Potential fight for the power room here. Blink in instant goes for the Shiva's silence, the jump back. Rune's gonna actually spawn bottom, and Parker picks up. You've lost Ari. Coil committed, instantly taking down that Tiny. He's been a big problem for their team.
I feel like they weren't close enough together to do that jump. Like, wasn't Parker bottom? The fact that he got that
he was checking
so
bottom
quickly?
rune.
I don't know if you should be splitting up in these.
Well, we'll drop the nullifier. Parker gets a first hit bash. You love to see it sometimes. Now on to the high ground. Good pullback there from the Earth Spirit. Bottega needs to be careful. The Ursa's damage, it ramps up very quickly. Jumping from BZM, forces the BKB out of the Sark, but he's held in place. A stomp as well, but the Sun Ray is going to keep him topped off. 33's looking for more, trying to close the gap. He didn't commit the Ravage. Might have been able to catch the heroes there with it, but was blind, could not see up to the high ground.
I think Ursa also wasn't close enough, so even if you get the crowd control, he may not be able to finish the kill. And if you don't finish the kill in
now
Rage,
you have Roche,
yeah, you don't get anything. So he'll save it to make sure they get second Roche. And I don't think you can contest this at all. They're all leaving on Yellow Submarine.
They're going to put the Aegis into BZM's hands, knowing that the Ursa a lot more survivable. Whereas BZM, you know, it's possible that this Void Spirit gets caught in like a coil and can die to the Slark, so he's playing a lot more aggressive.
To just run in and Shiva, scout everyone, hit him with the silence, right? Kind of bait the response onto him. Might as well give him that second life. Parker is the one who gets to be a little bit more decisive on, you know, I'll wait, I'll see what happens. This is when I'll go in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, an early nullifier from Parker is doing so much work here. I know it's not technically early, right? It is, you know, his like 4th item, but still it's doing a lot of work at this point in the game. All right, force the haste rune there out of BZM. Still has an Ash Legion shield. Wow.
What were his options? He's deciding now. Crippling crossbow seems okay. I guess that means he has to be close enough to use it, though, which you don't really want to be.
Is the mandible not bad? I don't know. See them smoke up on Tundra. The Slark a little bit isolated here on the bottom side, but does have that Shadow Blade and the gem to continue playing on. Parker just walks onto the behind the tower, finds the Warlock, deletes him from the game with that nullifier.
That's a great kill. You need the Golem for these fights, and you know he's still on dieback, so maybe you can push this a little bit here. They don't have the best tower taking lineup though, so maybe you can't really. Compared to last game, they were melting objectives.
Yeah. You have a Scythe on 33. I thought he might go for like an Aura or another team fight item, but the Scythe instead, they let Whitemon pick up the pipe on the Phoenix. So he is offering a little bit more catch instead.
The thing is, I don't know if you actually want a longer fight, which is what auras tend to do. Excuse me. It's like tank everyone up, and Slark is like, yes, please give me more stacks to kill you with. I think the Hex allows you to try to surprise them, burst them before they can really ramp up. Maybe it'll catch off Morello Earth Spirit here.
Oh, well, top side, the Ravage does come out. Can they find the control? Dead in the water here onto the Earth Spirit. He's gone. No escape from him. They tried to make a quick catch onto Phoenix, but get heavily punished. Nice response there from 33 on the Tidehunter.
I guess you don't want to Hex too soon because of the Aeon Disc.
Puck has Aeon Disc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got procced anyways. I guess in the end it probably would have been the same anyhow. All right, that'll get them Tormentor, which goes over to Whitemon. It's a pretty good one for the egg. It helps keep you doing... Like sometimes they like you egg, but it's not that impactful if they all back away like we've been seeing, but at least you can Sunray still in the middle of it. A long left on Aegis. Still a minute. We'll see if they want to knock on the towers a little bit. They probably have a rough read of the game, though, that it's close still. It's funny to say 30 to 18, but I think Tundra knows their own farming capabilities. So they know it's a close game, and they're not usually the type of team to risk it too much on a high ground push when they don't have to. Like, whoa, guys, we're not even in the double digits of net worth. We got to keep farming.
Yeah, I don't imagine there's going to be a like push for that anyway. Tops, unfortunate toss there. Thanks to the BKB of the Slark, allows him to get away. Steals the Wisdom Shrine. So does Tiny? Yeah, Tiny has a gem as well. Man, if that toss doesn't come out, he actually might get the Abyssal Blade onto the Slark. But on the other side of the map, they're gonna make a play here for BZM. The coil snap sends him in pretty deep now. That Aegis is expiring in just a couple of seconds, and he has the Magnetize on top of him, so he cannot. Oh, he gets piped. Okay, very smart play there from 33. The Abyssal catches Slark, he's dead! Instantly taken out of the fight. Nullifier onto the Warlock, trying to get kicked out. He will, thanks to the Earth Spirit. Great saves there from Problems. But you've got the big target A Remnant looking for Infernals, not gonna find him, but Parker just continuing to chase. These kickbacks are enormous from this Earth Spirit, doing a lot of work here to bail out his team.
Let's get some objectives, turn back around. All right, that Slark kill is absolutely huge. I mean, it wasn't the scythe, but that's the idea of the scythe, right? You can insta-kill the Slark if you surprise him, and he is the scariest hero for you because he's building the damage through the long fights. I think his gem was down. All the effects from like Dark Pack covered the gem, so it's still out there. If you steal that away, that'd be huge. Because I think they'll only get one barracks here, since their tower damage is not actually that good, despite having such a key core kill right outside the base.
Yeah.
It's taken them a while to work through this.
Parker is going to jump up here and try and finish the job here. Oh, they caught the puck! He does have the Aeon Disc for now, the silence to jaunt away, but you get the Aeon Disc for free.
That was almost a
disaster. The melee rain of barracks. Yeah, jumping into the Remnant, very scary.
You end up with the melee barracks, and you decide that's enough because Slark's respawning. That's fine. I mean, that'll always push for you. And where's Roche? A minute, so it's back to playing it cool. This is not the case that we saw earlier where everyone was split up, kind of going to fights one-on-one. Tundra is back on the same page for the most part, approaching things together. Fights have gone a lot better for them, building up the typical Tundra gold lead. I say they're starting on Infernal. They're missing the Ursa and the Tiny.
I mean, Sunray. Oh, what a Ravage. Manages to catch two. Now the Slark should be fine. The question is, can the rest of the team get out of here? They're going to turn on to 33. Now looking at the Void Spitters, the coils holding them in place, but there's the BKB and the Ursa cleaned up the backline. Tiny helping them lock down these heroes. Ari has done incredible this game at getting his hands onto the right targets. And the puck will escape. But for how long? Two heroes dead right outside the base, and they've got a creep wave coming in. They should be able to at least finish the range racks, maybe look for the second lane. I mean, there's no golem, there's no coil, there's no stampede.
The only danger,
just go for two lanes.
The only danger is if you overcommit, you could lose Roche off that, which would be really bad. Turns out it's actually a pretty long spawn, not that you know that.
Parker has Aghanim Synth. This is such an enormous Ags for this hero. We don't really see it all that often, just because it's really expensive and Ursa doesn't typically get to this point in the game, but the Aghanim Synth now on the Ursa is going to make him almost unkillable. With this, kind of a longer Roshan respawn. 2.5 minutes, I think is what it was. But 2 lanes of racks down just from that team fight.
And now you'll get Roche once it spawns. Yellow Submarine's gonna have to dig deep here. Part of the problem is it was their strength up to this point, which is that longer fights were to their favor. But as the game goes late, Slark is a hero who still needs longer fights because he needs to build up the stacks, whereas Ursa has reached assassin status, and we saw that in the last fight, right? Took out Slark instantly on his own.
Well, the jump up onto the high ground, Murel will silence up some heroes, sees the pipe come out, and I don't think they're too interested in fighting, but Parker and Ari, on the other hand, definitely are. He jumps in, looks for the target, does get caught from the golem instead, but Ari with the Yules, the 4-staff away, he's safe. There's going to be the Stampede. Bottega trying to get his hands on any of these heroes. There's the coil, does catch him. There's his refresher. Another Shadow Dance is available, but he's got to clean up the egg first. He will be able to do it, but he needs help. Where's the team? What a save. Coming in from the Earth Spirit, pulls that Slark to safety, and Murel on the front line. No Aeon Disc gets caught from the X, but the kick away. The dead in the water still there, though. A scattered fight, but this is exactly what the Slark wants. Can they get this puck in time? They can't. They'll be able to jaunt away. He gets to jump to the low ground bash, but another kick away. The Earth Spirit, man. has been doing so much work. Everything spent though, and Roshan is back in what, 7 seconds?
Yeah, and the gem. Okay, there's once again a gem on the ground. Someone got it. Who got that?
Tiny has 2 gems. So
Okay. Double the true sight. That's fine. They recover the gem off that fight. Slark still has 15 temporary stacks. That's 60 bonus agility. He's quite strong going into this fight. You have a few seconds
Well
before
out.
Roche gets finished.
He gets the BKB. It's going to snap, though. Can they find the kill on the BZM? No. Instead, he jumps back the other way, gets the silence, takes down the Earth Spirit. That's going to be a dieback, and Bottega's got nothing left in the tank. He needs to run. There's no BKBs. He's got a pounce, but a nice E-Blade out from BZM to buy him some space. They turn their attention to the Centaur. They take him out, and Warlock will join him. The Ursa's hungry, man. 33, slowing him up, and there it is. It's an ultra kill. Beyond godlike for Parker. He's got his eyes on the prize. He's going straight for the throne. You don't need a Roshan at this point. This game is over.
You'll throw out a couple spells here. There's no way to hold this, though, without the Slark. He has to bring the consistent damage. Tundra knows it. They're looking for some fun here at the end.
The fountain will not save you from this bear. He's got that Aghanim Scepter. The ult is always available, and there it is. Tundra pulls it back from a very difficult start to the game. A better look from Yellow Submarine, but it's not enough to take down